Greetings, YouTube. Danny Staten here on the Daily Dan blog. Today we're looking at Power Rangers, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I got a double shot of Power Rangers for you coming today from my real good friend DATILA over at the Rangers of Wrestling channel. You should check out DATILA. We'll get back to her shortly. Hey, DATILA, I picked up a Mighty Morphin comic book, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but it don't say Power Rangers. It's a number 3 from 2021. I started looking at this comic book, and it blowed my mind. I'm going to take a quick look through here and let it blow your mind, and then I'm going to review Power Rangers number 1, DATILA, from 2020, part of the new Power Rangers comic book series. So let's get started, shall we? That's right, YouTube. I wanted to do a Power Rangers comic for my real good friend DATILA. So I picked up this Mighty Morphin, and it's a number 3 from 2021, and I was freaking dumb shocked because they come out a lot like that Transformers crap I did last time that I didn't understand. Have to give this comic book credit, though. It's got some pretty cheesy art. It's some pretty good art in it. Whoops, did I say cheesy? Nah, it's not cheesy. It's good art. It is. But my problem with this Power Rangers comic book right here is the same one I had with that Transformers comic book last week. It starts out 2,000 years in the past with not even the Power Rangers you're used to today. That's right, this thing's so old Bluehead there had a body. Yeah, and he's talking to the Power Rangers about saving their planet and spreading throughout the universe to protect people, planets, and life. What the freak? That's right, DATILA. In this book right here, I got a lot of crap going on from 2,000 years ago where Power Rangers that you've never heard of with weird names like Skunk and Atoll are fighting creatures on another planet 2,000 years ago in the past. Like I said, I'm breezing through this book, showing you a few panels, letting you know that these are not the Power Rangers we're used to today. They may be a yellow one, a blue one, a pink one, sometimes where there's a green one, but they're not the ones you know today. Without their masks, they are little alien-looking fuckers and shit. So this just blowed my mind. It's way back in the past, before the young people from the Power Rangers TV show that I'm familiar with got their stuff. We'll check out that stuff shortly. That's right, I see no reason for Daily Dan to do a full review. I'll show you a few panels, talk about how crappy this book is back in the past, and go, God, I wished I had got the better book first, but at least I'm getting to show you 2 books on this episode of the comic book review. Once again, YouTube, let me point out the fact that I really do think the art in this book is exceptionally well, and I like the way it formatted down. It don't glare quite as bad as most new comic books from the 20s do glare. And I don't really like doing new comic books. You know me, I like the old stuff, back from the 50s, the 60s, and maybe even the 40s. Well, the one good thing about this book right here is it points out how this dude got his beginnings, you know, and you get to find out a little bit about the history of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers back before they were the guys we know today. This is like really old. 2,000 years ago, look, they got it like a transformer, don't they? And like all good books, it ends with a battle. And you got to wait to the next issue to get the battle, and you get the usual, whoa, this might be better than what we're looking at books here in the back of this one. And it ends up with the next Power Rangers saga of comics coming up. Check, Ranger Slayers. I guess somebody's going to go hunting Rangers. We ought to have them Predators doing that, right? So like I said, I was going to do a big review on this book, and after I looked through it and realized it was 2,000 years in the past and more like the history of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, I decided that would not be a good book to review. So when I saw this bad boy from 2020, and it's an actual Power Rangers on the cover, and it takes place in the modern times, and it's a number 1, I said, let me talk about this bad boy a little bit more. So YouTube, this killer book starts off with the Red Ranger and the Black Ranger hanging around upside down like Spider-Man having a conversation. Ain't that some cool stuff to start off the comic book with, right? That's right. We're going to start this comic book off with all the Rangers doing an epic training monologue. They're going to show you how to jump, how to flip, how to fight as they train for their battle with whoever the fuck they're fighting in this comic book. That's right, YouTube. A hard day of training. The Power Rangers readying themselves for battle. And afterwards, they're going to head to the beach and have themselves a blowout bash, play some frisbee, and hang out on the beach. Oh, that's a great piece of art right there, isn't it, YouTube? So YouTube, the Power Rangers are hanging out at the beach, and Pool Panel is brought to you by the Daily Damn Blog. They're having a good time. They're learning to surf, and it's not going too well. They're doing some girly girl dancing, and they're hanging out and talking intimate with each other. And two guys talking intimate with each other on vacation? Wow. But then they're summoned back to the Power Rangers cave. I must call that motherfucker the Bat Cave. And at the Power Rangers cave, the old big head from the other one, he just a head now because he done lost his body, is telling the Power Rangers about some bad crap about to go down. Wow. Hey, YouTube, if you want to learn more about the Power Rangers, and from somebody who actually knows about the Power Rangers and does a lot of stuff about the Power Rangers, you need to check out my girl DATILA over at Rangers of Wrestling. Go over and give her a big subscribe. If you're a Power Rangers fan, you'll want to check out this. If you like wrestling, she's the girl. She gives you some great rebuttals and some great reviews and tells you what happened on the wrestling matches, WWE, and I think some AEW too. And when it comes to Power Rangers, this girl is the expert. You need to check out DATILA. That's a little confusing for me, YouTube. It really is. I like Power Rangers, okay. I used to watch the show, but, I would have liked to have seen them capture the guy who they've already caught in jail and didn't show him fighting or capturing in the book. This guy's already in the clinker. Yeah, I guess he was already there from a previous adventure, even though this is issue number 1. And shouldn't that start out with how they caught that guy? And they're so worried about this guy that's in jail, and they're going to talk about that for 3 pages, I guess. So, YouTube, after their little briefing and talking to that prisoner guy for a minute, Cheech and Chong rule, guess what happens? The worst thing that can happen in a Power Rangers comic book. Cinnamon Smith showed up. There's Big Cinnamon. Big Cinnamon Smith. Cinnamon done showed up, and Cinnamon's going to bully a Power Ranger because Cinnamon Smith is the kind of person who could bully a Power Ranger. Wow. So they're going to do some more training. Sock, bam, boom, just like in a Batman comic book. We're going to beat the hell out of each other. I knew it, YouTube. I knew it. Cinnamon Smith is a little too happy to be seeing the Power Ranger guys working out. He's enjoying it too much. He's polishing his glass doing it. Okay, and we're going to have some more inconsequential talking. Where we're going to hang out at Cheers. They're going to go over here to the pub. Wait, hold on. That's that place from Friends where you have some damn coffee, ain't it? Over to the juice bar or something. You're going to go down and have some coffee and some juice and talk stuff over because that's what Power Rangers do here in the future. Wow, YouTube, this is an easy book to review because what we do is talk some more. Talk even more! And train. I hope there's a big battle these suckers are training for because it's talking and training and nothing happening much in the Power Rangers comic book is somewhat annoying. The best thing that happened was Cinnamon Smith showed up and polished his glass. So this is unique and exciting. The Power Rangers are working out with weights. And this guy wins. Yay, I'm the strongest. And then we're going to talk some more. Yeah, because we're Power Rangers. And we like to talk a lot. And talk some more. But the art in this book is exceptional. She actually looks like a hot chick. That's pretty cool. I am so confused. Now we're going to get a little bit of action. Hey, some little robots done showed up and started messing with the Power Rangers Batcave place. So we're going to call the Power Rangers and tell them to morph out. Wow, we're going to turn into the Power Rangers. And then the Power Rangers are going to fight with a little robot dude. Wow. Now we're going to get to see some action. Well, wait a minute. Let's talk about it for a few minutes first. Wow, DATILA, what do you think about this book? Let me know in the comments below. Not much dialogue on this page, YouTube. We're going to get to see a lot of action. And Full Panel is brought to you by the Daily Damn Blog. As the Power Rangers bust it up, bust a move, tear it apart. They get down. They take out the little evil robots in this heavy-duty action scene. Full Panel is brought to you by the Daily Damn Blog. Daily Dan likes to keep his comic book reviews under 10 minutes, but this may be the first one I've ever done that runs slightly over due to the 2-book thing. You know what I'm saying, YouTube? More Full Panels brought to you by the Daily Damn Blog. As the battle rages on with these little robot-looking motherfuckers coming over here to take over the Power Rangers cave. I guess they want to kidnap Big Head or something. And then we get a lot of action going on here. And even more action up here. Wow. The Power Rangers really look cool in this comic book from 2020. It's a comic book from 2020. It's awesome. And it's a #1, so I like that. Hey, DATILA, do you like this comic book? Oh, now we get it, YouTube. Now we get it. The little robot was trying to break that crazy guy out of the jail. They done let him loose, and he's running amok in the place. The Power Rangers will have to recapture this guy. Well, YouTube, oh my God, that's some good art right there. The battle rages on with the little robot fuckers trying to free that guy and stuff, and they're all having a big battle. Turns out Crazy Guy's a flipper that used to be a Power Ranger a long time ago. He ain't a Power Ranger no more. He done lost his power of Power Ranger, and now he's just a badass out to destroy him. Big Head had a plan, though, and Big Head zapped that robot with some lightning-looking stuff and sucked these little robot brains right out of his robot head. Power Rangers were all happy about that because in the big fight, it was old Lightning Eyes there, the Big Head, that took everything out. That just freaks me out a little bit, don't it? Wow. And in the back of the book, he gives some to be continued, not even explaining why the bad guy's hanging out with the Power Rangers now, and some really cool back page art. I really like this. And then once again, you get them ads for other books, and something tells me that a couple of these other books I might enjoy a little bit more than Power Rangers, to tell a little bit more maybe. Guess what? There's another Power Rangers series, which actually says Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on it. That looks like a good book. You should pick that one up, DATILA. Maybe that one will be better than this one. I don't know if this was good or bad. I'll let you know what happened. I called it the best I could, not being a major Power Rangers comic book guy. Like I said, most of my experience with Power Rangers goes back to the TV show that I watched with my kids back in the day. I guess that's about the end of that book. Check it out. Power Rangers and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles team up. I bet that'd be a good comic book. Oh my God, really? Wow, wow, wow. So, YouTube and DATILA, and hopefully I guess the Source Show may be watching too. That wraps up my look at Power Rangers #1. That's right, it's Power Rangers #1 from 2020 with great cover art. DATILA, if you like these Power Ranger comic books I've reviewed here today, get me your address and I will be glad to send them to you as my personal gift to you, the Power Rangers Queen. And you too, let me remind you once again to check out DATILA, my friend, over at Rangers of Wrestling. I dedicate this video to you, DATILA, and your love of Power Rangers. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for my friend DATILA.
So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you some of my Power Rangers action videos that I got through Hot Topic. And I'm also going to be showing you the Power Rangers BK figures that were released during the 25th anniversary of Power Rangers. But today, I was just doing a little Marvel look, because that was when they were released during the 25th anniversary. The Yellow Ranger. What's the Red Ranger? Here's the Black Ranger, and then the Ranger. See? So they did not release green and white. And this set in particular, I actually had to buy off Facebook because I could not find these at Burger King. And the one Burger King that I did find, one at was the Yellow Ranger, and they told me I could not purchase it separately. I had to get a big kid meal. I did not want to get a big kids meal, so I left. But the seller was nice enough to sell them to me for a low price, and they came in this box that he put, "May the power protect you," which I thought was really, really cool, and he drew the thunderbolt. So yeah. So